All right, welcome back everybody. Well, today's going to be another exploration into the great Jimmy Page. This one's going to be off Physical Graffiti. This is the Rover from 1975, I believe. And just a great piece of guitar orchestration. And we're going to have fun with the phaser pedal on this one. And this lesson, I guess, is technically a listener request to bump it up in the in the order. I actually thought I already did it until this came in. He said, so what's the percent chance that you're going to do the Rover by Led Zeppelin? I'm like, well, 100%. 100%. So here you go. So if this is the kind of thing that you like and you haven't done so yet, please jump down, click subscribe, ring the bell. The bell lets you know when I drop new content. I do that every single week. All my lessons have chapters in them right below. You can jump right to the part of the lesson that you want to see and bypass what you don't. And if you're looking for other ways to support the channel, I appreciate that. There's thanks, just like throwing a tip in the tip jar. Or even better, you can join my Patreon page where I've got chord charts and tabs for all the lessons I do on YouTube, just like this one. Links in the description, so check it out. All right, so this is a great rockin' song. Oh my gosh. And the rhythm guitar alone is just fun to nail and play live. And so we're going to go through that, and I'm also going to take you through the guitar solo and how he constructed that piece of work too. So, okay, so in terms of tone, I'm going to go with my Les Paul, and everything's going to be in the description below in terms of the details. I've got a little bit of drive going on, and my phaser pedal, which is sort of key for this song. All right, so it sort of sounds like this. All right, so there you go. So this song is in standard tuning, key of E, I believe, and but we're going to have fun with some power chords on this one. So let's just go right to the intro that we just did. So just a big E chord. I play it up here like this. So you can end on that hammer-on E here, or you can end on the hammer-on up here, which I do think is what he does, because the next phrase, I think, is up here, right? So I think that little phrase is off of your E chord there, and I think he's just barring across here. And he either does it twice, or he does it one of those two. So I think he plays it up there. Again. And at the end of this last one, you hear him pull off on that A string. You hear that little thing happen there. So that's why I think he's on this position. And we're into our riff. Now our riff is all going to be down here in the first position. When I first heard this song, I always tried to figure it out like it was playing up here. But it's not. It's all right here. So here's how you play that riff. I'm hitting a bunch of wrong strings in there, but you get the idea, right? It's all in the sort of second and fourth fret on the last four strings. Catching that with my pinky. Lots of little sort of quarter, half bends, right? All right, and then we're going to go into our chord change, which is F sharp, power chords, E, down to D. Then we're going to slide up to your 10th fret, the G, right over your F sharp. Like that. So up to A on the 12th fret, E. Repeat. Right, so you're just going down. Or something like that to close it off. And then you're back in your riffing. God, how cool is that? Just evil sounding, right? So that's that sort of chord sequence. There's a little bit of variations that then come into play a little later, right? So he mixes this in on the riff. Right? That's it. Open G. Love that, right? Now there's a lead guitar that starts coming in over the... And we're going to talk about that in a little bit. So before we go there, let's just stay on this sort of rhythm guitar thing. We've got a sort of a pre-guitar solo, a bridge, I guess, which is super cool. It's just going to bounce between a D and an E, but it's a D major 7, technically, I guess. So, the part I'm talking about, it's... That one. So here's your D major 7, right? And a D major 7 just means it's that note right before the octave of the D, right? Right? There's the octave. But he just plays it like this. It's all very easy. Right? That little piece. That's on this chord. So I love how he just structures these things. They're so... He wants to play sort of bar chords and pieces of bar chords a lot, but that's all that. So that's really it. Everything else is just variations off of that in terms of the main rhythm guitar. On the out, on the outro, he's just going to jam a lot more down here on E. And it comes up here to your octave on 12. But that's really it in terms of rhythm guitar. I mean, I would just be happy to play that rhythm guitar, even though the lead is so cool. But that's really it. The phaser, and not too much overdrive, but get that phaser going. That really is the sonic characterization of this song. But let's talk about the lead guitar. Okay, so the lead guitar doesn't have that phaser on. It's a little more defined and it's a little more clean. I've rolled my volume back a little bit. I'm just going to stay on my Les Paul here. So where this lead guitar first shows up is during the, that part there. So that's an F. It's actually an F sharp minor chord all the way, even though on the rhythm guitar you were just playing the power chord. So, but the lead guitar is just playing triads to complement these. So that was F sharp minor, E, D, just like we were doing on our chords. And then the next chords again are, remember last time we did, so that was F sharp, A to E. And what he does in terms of triads there is he does this F sharp, A, and then lets it go there. So all those together. Great, just falls right under your fingers. And then on that descending line all the way down, he just continues with the triad. So that one's a minor. All the way down. So it's just the chords sort of in the scale. And then you're into your, right? And that's going to resolve into the guitar solo, which is one of my favorite solos of all time. So that kicks off with that little run, that little climb, moving from your sort of major pentatonic position of E into your F sharp, because we're going to be soloing over those chords. We're going to be soloing over the rhythm guitar is going to be keeping playing that during the solo. But here's how that solo goes. It's going to start in it's going to first start in this position where your F sharp minor is. Then we're going to come down here to our F sharp down here at the end of the neck, and then we're going to work our way back up again. Okay, so that's sort of the route that we're taking. But here's how it goes. Love it. Yeah, so that's going to open up right here in our F sharp minor position, as I mentioned. And then we're going to immediately pull that all the way down to your F sharp minor position down here, and we're just going to climb that pentatonic scale again. Right? Then we're going to go right back into our pentatonic position up here. I like to think of that just purely as looking at this F sharp minor chord. Right? It's just that little part. On that little descending run, I don't have that like totally letter perfect, but you get the idea. This little part. It's all right there. It's all right there. He's just doing a descending that thing off of that scale. That's all he's doing. That's how he closes off that part. And then we're going to be up here on our just our F sharp minor rock right here on 14 and 16. And that sounds like, it sounds like a those are pre-bends to me. These one. And that's it. So again, F sharp minor is the same thing as A major, you know. It's all the same scale, but that's where he's closing it out. So, all right, well, that was the Rover, and I hope you learned something new today. If you like what you saw and you haven't done so already, I invite you to jump down and click subscribe and ring the bell. The bell lets you know when I drop new content, which I do every single week. Let me know in the comments what you thought about this, and if there's another song you want me to do a lesson similar, let me know what that is too. And until next week, take care, everybody.